Ah yes, today is the big day. Let's prepare this beautiful launch. Okay, starting the initiation process. All looking good. Hi everyone, welcome to Pandido, and today we're going to be unboxing this magnificent PLAYMOBIL City Action space station with a rocket. And it looks absolutely amazing actually. Look at all of these bits and bobs, all of these gadgets that come with it. So this is the a rocket, a space shuttle with the base station of course. And you also have your two rocket scientists included, and a robot and everything. So let's get to it, shall we? So you have the base of the base station. Funny word, play on words here. And it clicks together quite nicely, and you have these three holes at the top which are for the rocket later on, so make sure you line all of this up nice and stable so that your rocket doesn't fail its launch. So there you go, it all clicks into place quite snug. Okay, now these are the steps that go up onto the base of the launching pad. And now let's bring in this long bit, which is the sort of scaffolding that they use to keep up the rocket, keep it up in place, and also for the mechanics to even get up to the top of the rocket, which is also very important because otherwise it would be a bit difficult for them. This set really is perfect for anyone who is big on science, big on space travel. Anything actually. It might even be a good idea if we did a story on Jimmy Jailbird in space. How about that? That sounds like it could be cool, right? I mean, if you've got any ideas, any sort of suggestions, then please let us know in the comments and we'll see what we can do. So let's see, what am I doing now? Oh yeah, I'm doing the console at the bottom for the base station. And these are all the controls, and you click them all together onto this round or sort of semi-circle, semi-round part, this grey part here, and it's all the computers and the microphones, the sort of tannoys and everything. And this you can then click together nicely. You need these red parts here to go kind of tricky onto the inside of the grey part, which is then used to attach to the scaffolding, which you can then move up and down for the mechanics to get to all of the parts of the rocket that need fixing or that need to be built. So once you've got all of that prepared, you can just slot it up onto the top here. You'll see how it fits on quite neatly. So make sure you line it up, otherwise it doesn't really work. Don't force it because you might break everything. You don't want that. And it has to be nice and smooth so that the base station can hold it upright, and then you can move it up and down for the rocket. Okay, so now we have this red part here, and you just click that into place like so. You've got them all along the top here, and these black bits as well. You also have to add this grey part, and we're building a sort of looks a bit like an arm, you know, of a sort of machine, for example. There you go, it's got like a joint in it and everything. So we are kind of building an arm. It's not really an arm, obviously. Okay, we need this little sort of bucket-shaped part, and this goes onto the end of the arm. So it's a bit like the top of a crane, for example. So you can move it around freely. It's mechanic, obviously. So we just all click it into place here on the side of the sort of mechanics sort of base, so to speak, and you can click it all together and roll it up so it's not in the way. And you've got one on each side. So I made this one earlier so you didn't see. There you go. So now the mechanic's going to go all around the rocket and the spaceship. Perfect. Okay, so what else do we have? This part which is nicely decorated actually. It's got lots of details. It looks like its own sort of NASA kind of logo. Obviously it's not NASA, but it's, I don't know, Playmo NASA? I don't know. I don't know how much you guys know about NASA actually. It's quite interesting, and I don't know if any of you have actually thought about becoming, you know, rocket scientists. Who knows? Now, if you see this rocket, I mean, it kind of inspires me to become a rocket scientist. This looks great. Now we have these 3 buttons, and you're probably wondering what they do, but of course we need batteries for this set. So let's just pop open these bits here, put in 2 normal size batteries, and then screw that back closed. And then the buttons should work, and they make different sound effects and light up the flames at the bottom. So it's very, very realistic when it sets off. Wonderful. Okay, so you see this gap at the top here. If any of you are familiar with actual rockets and spaceships and so on, you might be aware of the fact that it's not the whole rocket in itself that goes up all the way into space. The bottom parts are full of fuel, so that they have enough fuel to get them out into space in the first place, and the only part that actually gets to the destination, or hopefully if nothing goes wrong, is this capsule, which is right at the very top, and that has its own little fuel tank. But the bottom parts actually just detach once they're empty, so it's quite interesting really that this massive rocket goes up into space and only the little capsule comes back. But it's all very clever, it's all very well planned out, and detailed manipulating, I mean like calculating done to make sure that they get back in one piece. So now we're building a satellite. I don't know if you could guess this. So the satellite goes into the capsule later on. So there you go. This is the main part of the satellite, and we have these side parts which are little like solar panels. And I quite like the design of these because I quite like the sort of the shiny, sparkly, mirrored foil that they've clicked on in stickers, so it's pretty cool. And these just attach onto the sides here, so these little hinges, and they can move about as well. So you've got those on both sides, and you can also clap them out like this when it's in space, flapping around, or you can just close it up together nice and neatly, and then you can put that into the top, into the capsule, for it to be jetted off into space. Okay, so we'll just close the lids. I think you just have to push it down. Hang on, line it up, and then there you go. That's how it closes. Perfect. So of course you've got your 2 spacemen, so to speak, your mechanics and a robot. Ah yes, today's the big day. Prepare this baby for launch. Alright, I'm going to start the initiation process. Looking good. All clear, we need to keep to the schedule. Alright, satellite, okay, close the capsule. Okay, we can start the initiation. Fuel, check. Engines, check. Satellite, check. Okay, we can go. Ah, such a clean start, brilliant. Yes, I really hope this voyage is good for space research. Hey, where did you come from? Click here to subscribe and watch more videos.